Well, it's 1:30 and it's time to go live. It's time to talk a little travel. I am Erik the Travel Guy. I am excitingly excited that you are here. I'm looking on this other screen to make sure we're doing everything we're supposed to, but hold on just a second. Let me get to it. Yeah, I think we are. Well, we'll find out in a matter of minutes. There we go. Oh, it looks like we noted that as 1:30 Wanda, which I think is supposed to be Q&A, but nevertheless, happy that you're here. We've got the little, we've got the little chat on the side too, so you can ask some questions. By the way, people have sent in questions via our website, which is vacationtuesday.com. You can send a little question there if you like. You can write a question right here in the chat on the side of the screen. You could do that. We're talking all things travel. Today was our launch episode of Vacation Tuesday, and I've got some cool news because we have decided to release all 6 episodes of our first season right away. So you can binge watch and take a virtual field trip around the world. Each episode's about 15 to 17 minutes. First one ran a little longer than normal. Usually they're around 15 minutes or so. And we do hands-on activities. We take you to far-off places, both domestically here in the United States and around the world. And I'm happy to answer your travel questions. You just send them right here. Oh, there's Addie Unlocked. Say hi. Hi, Addie Unlocked. Anywho, yes, feel free to send me questions about the episode. If you didn't watch it, that's cool because they're all available on demand. The first one is available now, and then the others will be available as well. These are our studios, as you can see. We're here. The lights are off. I don't know why I didn't turn the lights back on, but nevertheless. All right, so somebody asked me earlier, if you weren't with us with the Q&A before, somebody asked me, is it safe and is it scary to fly in an airplane? All right, well, here's the deal. Now, look, this show is supposed to be for middle school students, but it doesn't matter who you are. I can tell you there are 2 phobias about flying. Some people say, oh, I have a fear of flying. So there's 2 reasons that people are afraid to fly. They're either afraid of being in closed spaces or they're afraid of crashing. So, sorry, it's a little morbid, but that's, as you know, airplane crashes are very, very rare. So that really doesn't happen all that often at all. And usually when it does, you have to have a whole series of things usually go wrong in order for an airplane to crash. Airplane travel is the safest form of transportation in the world. So modern day air travel is very safe. And if you haven't been before, I know most of you have, but for those that haven't, the sensation, it's kind of hard to describe because the sensation of flying kind of depends on what size of aircraft that you're on. But the big planes that would take you down to Walt Disney World or Dollywood or maybe out to Hollywood or New York, whatever, those are big planes. And you really don't feel it. You don't really feel like you are, flying. Per se. So yes, it's very safe and no reason to be scared. If you've been on your first flight or you're planning on it, tell me more about it. I'd love to hear more about that. Somebody asked me earlier too, hang on a second, I wanted to share this with you. Nadia K said, how many people travel with you when you make your TV show? Well, she's talking about we make 2 TV shows. We make Vacation Tuesday, which is our educational program for middle school students. That's vacationtuesday.com. And then we make Beyond Your Backyard. That's our PBS show. And how many people travel with us really depends on where we're going and what we're doing. Generally speaking, we travel with about, 3 to 4 people, depending upon the trip. We like to keep the crew small because we like to be nimble would be the best word I could describe. So thank you, Addie. Thank you very much for your commentary there. That's very nice. By the way, hello, Lane. Nice to see you as well. So Lane has checked in. Hi, how's it going? You're watching Travel Q&A based on our first episode of Vacation Tuesday. So that's how many people travel with us. It depends upon, I guess, where we're going. And somebody asked early, and I think it was one of the parents, so I thought I would bring this up to you today. How do you save money while traveling? Like, how do you get the best deal? I get asked that a lot, and I'm happy to share that with you because it's kind of a cool little scientific, it's not very scientific, but it's my opinion. It's called the vacation ecosystem. Now, we made a video about that because there are essentially three parts to the vacation ecosystem, which is the planning, that's the first phase or part. The second is the going part. And then the third is really the sharing. And so if you think about any vacation that you may be going on, it all is within this whole ecosystem of travel, which, we've got the coronavirus, which can be really difficult right now to travel, but it's getting even easier, day in as the days pass. We're certainly learning how to travel in this sort of new normal. But if you're looking to save money while you are traveling, how to get the best deal is really to understand each individual part of that ecosystem. And that is something that's really important to note. I think that's just, food for thought. Okay. All right, what's Eddie? Eddie R. asked me what my favorite places to go are. Well, we talked about this at 10:30 this morning. By the way, we do 2 Q&As every Tuesday, one right after the show at about 10:15, 10:17, and then again at 1:30 in the afternoon. Love you too, Oscar. Thank you for keeping it PG, buddy. Appreciate that. We do 2 of these Q&As. And where are we going next? We're headed out to Montauk, and we're going to Vermont. I know we're also going to central Pennsylvania. We talked about Gettysburg on this particular episode of Vacation Tuesday, and we've got more Pennsylvania to get to because, let's face it, Pennsylvania, very, very large state. So those are the places that we're going to be traveling in the future. So, all right, that is that. And finally, another question that somebody asked me earlier, you can ask me on the chat if you've got a question you'd like to ask, or you can also send us an email. It's fine by me, or we're on social media, I'm sure. I don't know where, but we are. Somebody asked me, hang on a second. I don't know who it was. I'm going to switch my pages around and make sure I get these questions right. So, I'm trying to be helpful with the travel. What was the other? Hang on a second. This page. Oh, what's your favorite part about travel? Yeah, that's a good question because it's kind of a loaded question, and it is why I do what I do. My favorite part of traveling is meeting other people. From an editorial standpoint, it's really cool that we are uncovering these stories that we're trying to find, but really, I love to talk with people, and I like to learn about whatever it is they do or who they are or why they're there. We meet different types of people on the road, and I think that's really important in travel, which is, hey, you got to go out and what I have found over the years is that there's a lot more about us that's alike than different. We're a lot more alike than we are different, and it's okay to be different. There's nothing wrong with that. But again, at the end of the day, we find out we have a lot of commonality with other cultures, and that's interesting to me. And so, yeah, does it have something to do with where they live and what they do for a living and who their family is and their friends and what they do in their free time? And, discovering all of that is probably my favorite part. Second is, of course, the food, which was another question I got, which is, what is your favorite type of food when I travel? So that's a loaded question because, once again, I like lots of different types of food. I think probably my favorite type of food, though, if I had to, my daughter and I were talking about this the other day, would be barbecue. Now, I know that doesn't fit into Italian, Japanese, Chinese, Peruvian, Hawaiian. No, barbecue is probably one of my favorite flavor combinations and flavor palettes. I just like I'm a big sauce guy, so I like sauces. So that's another reason why I love to travel so much, is that I get to try new food. Jamaican food, it's another one of my personal favorites, but although that can be, again, talk about learning through culture. Learning through someone's food is pretty cool. All right, let's look at these. All right, Addie wants to know who's my favorite crew member to travel with. That's, Harry Watson and I have been traveling together for the better part of a decade, and so I don't have a favorite crew member. Each of our crew members does a very specific job with an all-hands-on-deck kind of mentality, which is, a lot what travel is. But I would say I don't have a favorite crew member, but Harry and I have been traveling together the longest. So, all right, that's it for Q&A today. Anybody else have any other questions before I go? We try to keep these relatively short. We're going to do them every week. Once again, go online, watch these episodes. We're really proud of them. You can always send me a note. We've got, I think, chat on the 2 websites to keep in mind are vacationtuesday.com and erikthetravelguy.com. That's where all my other stuff is as well. I think that's it for the questions. I'm looking over here. Yeah, okay. I think I'm good. All right. Thank you for watching. I really appreciate it. We're very proud of the show, so thank you for watching it. Have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you next week. All right. Bye.